Hello everyone, it's Outrider here and welcome to another video. And today I've been seeing double. Not just once, but twice. So, believe it or not, I've actually left the house and I've actually gone to a shop. It's almost like the world's getting back to normal-ish. Basically, just being completely honest with you, been a really tough couple of weeks at work. And I haven't been taking my breaks. I'm working from home now. I haven't been taking my breaks and all that kind of stuff. So today, I took a bit of time out and I pre-ordered this guy this morning from Smiths. Click and collect service, again, that even a 48-year-old could do. I'm not 48, I'm 30 odd. 36 in a week or so. Crazy. But I pre-ordered this because I basically wanted to get a second version. Because basically I wanted a second version of this Hoth Soldier for my display. And there is a reason for it. The reason for it is that this guy comes with two face sculpts. And there's, I think, 18 different combinations of different looks you can have for these. So that's great. Beautiful card, which has now been opened. Not being careful with this one because I've actually kept one of the cards nice. This one's going to go in the bin. I've took the Brad approach there and completely ripped it apart. Now, in my opinion, this figure is up there for action figure of the year so far for me. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful toy. So, as you can see, they look exactly the same because they are the same figure. Got a bit of a head rotation. I think it's on a double ball joint, actually. Yep, it's on a double ball joint, that head is. Rotation in the arms, out that far. You've got an elbow without a peg. They can go that far. Legs can't really go forward or back because of the skirt. They can go out about that far. You do get a little bit of movement. You do get a bend at the knee, which is really tight, a double joint, so it takes you all the way to there. And you do get a rocker at the ankle as well, and you get a swivel and movement forward and back on this wrist, and up and down on that wrist. So yeah, that is really cool. Now, if you untap the backpack here, which is really tight on this one, you'll see a little compartment with a severed face inside. So we're going to remove these goggles. Actually, before we do that, let's go for accessories. You get a gun, which I'll go into in a minute. You get a second pistol, and you get this scarf, which on this figure I'm displaying on his arm as kind of like a patch, but it can go over the face as well. What I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to remove the head completely. Ooh. There we go. So I've taken that ball peg off. And I'm going to put this scarf on. So I want this guy to look a little bit different. The hat comes off like so, which leaves you with a head like that, a little bit haunting really. And that face panel just clips off like so. So if we clip this back on, his head, not his face, but just his head, we can have that look going on with his scarf, which is the look I'm going for on this one. It does kind of restrict a little bit of movement down, but here we go. That's what we do. And we're going to take the bearded face, and we're going to put that in there like so. And then we're going to put his helmet back on, like so. So I think the look I'm going to go for is I'm going to keep these like that. So I'm going to remove the goggles completely. I mean, the other option is, and I might go for this, I don't know, is if we can actually put the goggles on him. What do we think? I think take the goggles off personally. Put them in my little storage jar. It makes him look not completely different, but different enough for a soldier. We'll put his severed face back into this backpack. Put the little doofer back on, the little cover. Clip that back onto the back. And then reattach these little rubbery clips. See, they go into there like that. And there we go. Now, pistol goes in there. Rifle. I'll show you the rifle now, actually. Might as well show you the pistol as well. It's just moulded black plastic, nothing too special. Yeah, let's get his rifle in his hand. There we go. So, there we go. So we've got two not completely different looking Hoth soldiers, but different enough. These are different enough to make you it not just like a generic load of soldiers. It's clever what Hasbro have done. Really, really clever what Hasbro have done. I think those look pretty cool. I think normally you have a rule of 3, don't you, with soldiers, but I think 2 is enough for now. I think if I see one on clearance or reduce, what I might do is put this mask up, because you can actually turn it around the other way and have it upside down, and maybe put the goggles on for a third option. But yeah, these are going to go on my display with my Snowspeeder I have pre-ordered. So there you go. So I've got myself a couple of Hoth soldiers and a couple of Rebel Hoth soldiers. So, and you know what? They actually look really good together. Really, really good together. Different enough. I've got a spare pair of goggles. They're going to go in my bits box. Out of the way, so I don't get lost. They're in there now. So yeah, so I've got those couple of toys, those couple of figures now, which look really, really good. Now, after I went to Smith's, I went to pick up, I just went in As the Living, and I heard from my mate Shabs that the Retros carded figures were appearing in there, and they actually had them all. I'll put a picture of it up here, just chucked on the side. I just decided to get the Stormtrooper. I didn't want to get the full set. In my opinion, Leia looked good, Vader looked good, Chewie looked good, Han looked okay, Luke didn't look too good. But I just thought it'd be cool to get a Stormtrooper. And let's face it, these will probably sell out quick because of army building. Now, here's my vintage one that I've had since I was a kid. He's a bit yellowed. See him side by side. Let's get a... Actually, what before I start, here's the card back. He's a little bit bent and flimsy. That's one thing I am noticing about him. Let's open up this. I know Dave Shotton's really excited. He's actually got his set of these today. He's got a full wave delivered to his house. So I'm sure he will do a review of some kind about them all. But there we are, we have a card. I'm keeping these cards because I'm using them for backing on shelves. I think they look quite good. So, here we have the Retro Line Vintage Stormtrooper. And how does he feel? Pretty much the same, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm actually quite surprised that they actually feel the same. They feel the same quality. That's really interesting. Does the gun go in his hand? Not really. That's interesting. So the gun doesn't want to stay in his hand. I mean, we might be able to balance it like so. Yeah, it'll hold in a little bit of an angle. But there you go. I mean, I know this was a tenner and a little bit of an impulse buy, but it's cool. He's going to just sit on probably on one of my shelves down here, just chilling next to a vintage Stormtrooper. I do want the vintage Fett to go alongside my original vintage Fett. But there you go. So I thought I'd just pull this video together. I have been out. I've picked up a couple of things. The things that I've already got, but the things that I wanted. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, I've been Zork Rider, and I'll catch you again soon.